And you mind if we talk a little Deflategate? I don't know how much you feel like talking about it, what you can say. You might not want to go too far, but
he's an honest, honorable person.
I'm going to ask the question anyway. Did Tom Brady get what he deserved?
Yeah, everybody gets punished, for cheating or any off-the-field activities, whether it's substance abuse or, hitting your wife or girlfriend. Everybody gets punished, and I feel like it is kind of bizarre that he gets the same punishment that Ray Rice got with 4-game suspension, but you do wrong, you do get punished. And I think the NFL definitely did what they needed to do.
I got an email today and it said, I haven't heard players say that they could ever tell the difference in the ball. I'm going to ask you straight out, have you ever picked up a ball or after an interception or fumble recovery or just picked up a ball on the field and handed it to the official or tossed it over the side and you went, well, that ball feels funny? Or do they all just feel the same to you?
They feel roughly the same to me, except for when it's very, very cold outside. And then, you could tell, if there's a ball that's under inflated or it's, full of the air and it's just like hitting your hand up against a brick every time Brock or Peyton throws the ball hard as they can.
The ball gets hard, does it not?
Yeah.
And I would be surprised that it would feel on a really, really cold day that I guess you could tell if it was
if it's a cold day, you can feel some type of give in the ball and squeeze it.
If you were in a court of law and I was the attorney, so I would say the Indianapolis Colts and the New England Patriots were playing on a really cold day in New England. So if you intercepted a pass in the first half, as I remember the Colts did, and you went, boy, this ball feels a little underdeflated, would you report it to an official and say, this ball feels funky?
I got an interception?
Yeah.
I plead the fifth.
David, let me ask you this. You guys have played
Dismissed.
You've played against the Patriots so many times.
Yeah.
Did your guys ever suspect anything funky was going on the other sideline, whether it be the balls or anything else? And have you experienced any of that on any level where somebody's doctoring the balls?
No, I've never experienced anything like that, and nor have we as a team ever complained about how that organization inflates their balls. We do complain about how the stadium's built and how it's just built as a wind tunnel, and it's just the coldest
like
thing
New
ever.
England,
yeah.
And for people who don't know, and all of us have been there a number of times, you more than us, I would guess. But I was there before you were, that it's open on that one end, and it's built in a bowl, and the wind just comes past that scoreboard and that whole area and comes into that stadium, and it's just cold. Cleveland's the only other place I've ever compared it to. Yeah. Maybe
the old Meadowlands.
Maybe where you played the Super Bowl, and it wasn't as cold as maybe people thought it was going to be, but that's another one in New Jersey that's really cold.
The old Meadowlands used to be like that. And they'd open the doors at one end, so that really caused the wind to swirl.
Yeah,
I'll
tell
you about
anything about the Patriots. I mean, with their record, you never suspect your team didn't take extra precaution when you played the Patriots in any way, shape, or form.
No. We always thought they just found a way to win.
Well,
and now we know that it was cheating.
They did. Al Davis was considered a cheater. But it was not in terms of he was always accused of having the team, the groundskeepers, water the field before a game if they were playing a fast team. And opposing coaches always thought they had microphones in the locker room to pick up stuff. And there was a coach that went in at halftime and he said, "Can you hear me, Al?" And they would actually check throughout. They would check to make sure. Switching it a little bit, has there been a time where you guys knew what the play calls were on the other team? Because the Seattle Seahawks said in the Super Bowl they knew what plays were coming, that they had picked up the signals. Have you ever had a situation? I'm sure that you...
Sure, when Josh McDaniels here during Spygate.
I do remember that when we were in London. I do remember that.
Do you guys smile at each other and go, we know what's coming?
Oh, yeah. When quarterbacks do certain checks and... They, of course, change it every game, but when you get a beat on it, like by the second quarter, and then you can start seeing the quarterback do this, instead of a fade with how it was the last time you played a team, it could be a slant. you know, you just have a chance to jump that route.